Hello and welcome back to Redneck Snack and Food Reviews. So I don't know how long this video will be. I often like to tell myself, oh, this might be a short review. But then I pause and say, it might be a long review. So it just all depends on what I end up talking about. Random things will pop into my mind. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. So if it's not a long video, it's not long, but if it is long, it's long. So Whole Foods has 3 new chip flavors, limited edition chip flavors. I worked my hardest to find all 3 in the stack that they were in, the little section that they had for them. And I think this is kind of cute. What it says is each one has an arrow. It says giant sandwich not included. I think it's kind of funny, but maybe they're legally supposed to say that. Who knows? But Whole Foods has some interesting things. I think I've at least posted some things on Instagram about Whole Foods items. I don't know if I've ever reviewed Whole Food items, but here's a review for y'all. So the title says exactly what they are, but I'll go over what the sandwiches are. I'll look over the sandwiches just to see what flavors I'm supposed to expect, because I often forget what a Cuban, Italian, I don't forget what a Reuben basically is, but I do often forget Cuban and Italians. They're just things I don't eat typically. But yeah, we've got Cuban press, Italian hoagie, and pastrami on rye, which is basically Reuben. But yeah, intrigued by this. I think I've heard some pretty good reviews so far, but I wanted to put my spin on things, so that's what you're going to get from this. Before I jump into the review and overlook all of these, I just want to ask y'all to go ahead and give this video a like, a comment, and a share. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my Instagram, Redneck Snack and Food. So, I believe Cuban has a mustard type thing on it. Looks like there's cheese, ham, pickles, and maybe turkey, but I can't tell y'all for sure. But that sounds about right. Then Italian, I believe, has ham, turkey. That might be pastrami. No, it's not pastrami, sorry. It might be pepperoni. I can't tell y'all what the... Salami. I think it's salami. It would be the third meat. Looks like mayo. Is that pickles and banana peppers? Or is that just banana peppers? Tomato, probably onion in there. Looks like there's mayo. I'm not a huge mayo fan. Hopefully they don't get strong mayo taste. And then with the Reuben, of course, you've got the rye bread, the pastrami, Thousand Island. I can't tell you if they're going to put sauerkraut flavor in there or not, but I'll look over the ingredients for all of them for sure. I'm going to start with Italian hoagie. I've had not a fair number of Italian hoagies over the years, but when you go to a tailgate or a party or celebration, academic celebration, and they bring the Jimmy John's or the Subway or something like that subs, they always have the Italian because it's a classic sub. And it's refreshing, it's nice and cold, but I've never been a huge proponent of it. I've never been a huge fan. I've always loved Reubens. I think I may have had a couple Cubans and they've been good. But I don't know. Something about cold cut sandwiches are not my particular thing. I definitely prefer a Philly steak, whether that's a chicken cheesesteak or a Philly cheesesteak. That's my preference. I like me a meatball sub on the occasion. Chicken bacon ranch is a pretty popular one. I think I've had it once maybe. I've never really given it a chance because I'm not a huge ranch fan, but I'll consider it. Especially with how I like Jersey Mike's, I think it would be a good consideration to make. I love sandwiches. If I could live life without like worrying about weight gain. Because I used to be really fat, and I'd struggled over the past few years gaining weight back. But ironically, the last couple of days I haven't eaten a lot. But anyways, if I could just eat guilt-free, just be pleasure-filled, I would do it. I can eat a lot of food. And so if I did that my whole life, you would probably be watching a 400-pound man at this point. Honestly, I was on a really bad pace. It's probably a little, I was a senior in high school, and I was probably a little bit shorter than I am now. I was about 200 pounds, 210, probably 210. Man, oh man, no muscle at all. Well, everyone has muscle, but I didn't have any build, and I still don't have build, and that's fine. I don't get annoyed by that. Just in a few circumstances I get annoyed by not having a good build, But I've never had a big build or anything, like muscle-wise, structural-wise. Just, I was always fat. So I've been struggling with that lately, but self-image lately. But yeah, I was pretty huge. So I could down sandwiches. I'm sorry, I've been see, this is the part where I never know what I'm going to talk about. I'm talking about it. So now I fit this shirt. This feels good. I'm trying to fit mediums again. I was fitting mediums last summer, barely fitting them, and then just got worse. And so I'm trying to get back to that. But yeah, I could eat a lot, man. I happily can say I have not hit 200 again. I feel like 200 is a very heavy weight for a guy my height. But I brushed with 186, 185, something like that. And I was gotta slow it down a bit. So I think I dropped about 10 pounds maybe if I'm lucky. I want to drop back down to 150, 140, something like that. I feel like it's really healthy. But that's besides the point here. We're here to review these chips. I've looked over what I expect. I can definitely remember what this tastes like, that tastes like. I think I can kind of remember what a Cuban tastes like. So let's read this back. I think they're all the same. Yeah, it's all the same. So I'll go ahead and read this, and then we'll jump into the review. So this is one of those wild ideas. We have to make it happen. Oh, I just read that wrong. This is one of those wild ideas we had to make happen. Chips that taste just like some of the world's best sandwiches. Here, thin, crispy potato chips are layered with the flavors of Italian hoagie, salty, sweet oregano, coriander, and a hint of tomato and crunch. Lots and lots of limited edition crunch. So each tray is, for the most part, half of it's unique. So I'll read the other ones when we get there. But it tells you what to expect, and I like that. I like when they tell you what to expect, because you never know with these things if it just says, this is the flavor. Well, that's cool and all, but usually that flavor has 100 components. What components are the most prevalent? So this right here says sweet, salty sweet, oregano, coriander, and a hint of tomato. Now, do we get the meat? I don't know. It doesn't say anything about the meat. Just says Italian hoagie seasoning. Oh, and there's cheese flavor too. It doesn't say anything about it. I'm not gonna read that because that throws me off. So here we go. I can already tell you what my problem with this one is. A bit strong on the cheese. But it does carry a bold Italian hoagie flavor. But to me, I taste a lot of cheese. These are good, if not addicting. But to me, it reminds me of if you took an Italian hoagie and loaded it with lots of cheese. Take one more bite. I'm gonna give it an 8. I can't really depict what meats I can taste. It kind of reminds me of what Italian seasoning tastes like. But biggest component there was cheese. I would like to say I think ham was pretty heavy, ham flavor. But I don't know if I could taste the salami or not, and that might have been in there. But honestly, whether it's perfect or not is not exactly the point here that I want to make. I just want to say it's pretty good. I don't know if I could taste tomato or not. I could taste oregano for sure, but I reckon those are pretty solid, and I give them an 8. I recommend them for sure. I don't know if Whole Foods, if they still have them, because they're probably very popular. But if your Whole Foods still has those, then yeah, I recommend trying those out. But yeah, we got 2 more flavors to go through before I can wrap the video up. So let's go to Cuban prep. Let's get the long paragraph. It says, laid with flavors of Cuban prep sandwich, salty and sour, savory umami, crunch. So all it says is umami. That's all it tells you to expect. There's some cheese in this one. Who knows? Who knows what to expect? But we going for it. Yeah, I get that pickle and mustard taste. At the end of it, it's very salty. I assume you can taste the meat, particularly ham. And turkey, I think you can taste turkey. To me, that's a really good chip and very interesting. Less of a cheesy vibe than the Italian. But extremely salty. I was thinking about rating this a 9, but it's a little bit too salty in my opinion. So with that said, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Because it's got my tongue buzzing with all these nice, cute flavors. And it throws me into a sense of happiness. A sense of happiness that I don't always tend to have. But anyways, one of my favorite sandwiches out there besides a burger or crab cake sandwich or steak sub or whatever, chicken parm sandwich. I can name a lot of sandwiches I love. But I love me a Reuben. Oh man, that sour and the sauerkraut, the sweetness of the 1,000 Mile one, the salty meaty taste of pastrami or whatever meat you put on there. It is just everything in a sandwich. And then the rye bread, very interesting bread. So I hope they get this flavor right. And the other two chips were very good. Had their weaknesses here and there, yes. I really hope this one goes perfectly. Can't expect anything to be perfect though. But yeah, it says salty sweet mustard. I don't really know where mustard comes from, but okay. Savory umami, and a touch of heat. It's interesting. And it doesn't look like mustard on the sandwich. So, I don't know. That is interesting. Maybe I'm deceived. Maybe this is not the chip that I was looking for. Anyways, let's try it out. It's a bit overwhelming. It's accurate. But something's hammering me here. Making me feel a little bit nauseous. I do taste the mustard, which is intriguing. I taste the sweetness to it. Now that I think about it, I think I taste the umami. Or umami, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's not bad. I guess I could taste the pastrami as well. It's a bit subtle compared to the mustard. And with the heat, yeah, it's got a little bit of heat. So I guess there's a reason they didn't call it a Reuben, which is fine. This has good, unique characteristics to it. I think it would sell better if they did have a Reuben. But they definitely could do something with this. They could extend the line, bring it back. They'll probably bring it back. They could extend the line of chip flavors with sandwich, you know what I'm saying. And they could add like a spicy chicken sandwich or something. Because I like the spice. The spice is something different than these other two. And the other elements are pretty good. They rock. Got good flavor, good sweetness, good saltiness. A little bit of sour. It doesn't say sour, but I would say a little sour. But now, when you look at the pastrami on rye, you would expect, oh, that's a Reuben. Not quite, not quite. So, yeah, I can't diss it for not being a Reuben, that's for sure. I don't know if I can really diss it at all. But I don't think it's perfect. I don't. Yeah, I think it's a really good chip. I'm trying to debate with myself. Is this my favorite one? Is it better than the Cuban? I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah, I think it is. Because the Cuban was a bit salty, and this one adds like different kind of elements, and it surprises you because you just, rather than reading the back, you just don't know what to expect from it since it's not really a Reuben. So I'm gonna give it a 9. But all three flavors are good. If you like your chips salty with a good hint of mustard, that would be the Cuban. If you like your chips a little bit spicy with a hint of mustard, maybe a little sweet and sour notes, then I would say the pastrami on rye. You like your chip more simple, more straightforward with all the flavors. I think it had a little bit of a pickly vibe. And I would say the Italian hoagie, for sure. But they did well, and I'm proud to say I enjoyed those. And I'll definitely have a hard time not eating more, but we'll see what happens. But all three good. So if you have a Whole Foods around you, go check that out. So that's it for my reviews today. I'll have some more content tomorrow. May run to a fast food joint. Who knows what I'm gonna do? But didn't eat much yesterday. Didn't eat much today. But now my stomach's kind of telling me you need to eat. So I might pig out tomorrow some. So we're gonna have to see. It's all gonna be some judgment calling there. But yeah, I hope this video at least made you smile a little bit, brighten your day up. I know a lot of places it's a pretty day, not so much here. It's not helping the mood at all, but that's what I got for y'all. So yeah, chip flavored, I said chip flavored, sandwich flavored chips from Whole Foods. Their personal brand, 365 Whole Food Market. So there you have it. That's all I got for y'all today, and I will see y'all around.